So modulation is nothing but the characteristics of the carrier signal is varied in accordance with the message signal. Already you know the definition of modulation. Now coming to definition of amplitude modulation, already I discussed this also in the classroom. The amplitude of the sinusoidal carrier wave is varied in accordance with the baseband signal. Right? Already I told that baseband signal, also known as modulating signal, also known as information signal and input signal, and so on, right? And after the definition, I have given two equations also. What is the first equation? Already I mentioned the equations, right, in the previous class. The first equation is tell me what is the first equation?
సార్ మధ్యలో వాయిస్ కట్ అయిపోతుంది సార్.
Okay, now ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా?
Okay, sir.
Already I mentioned the two equations, right? What are the two equations? The first equation is carrier signal, right? So I told that
Yes, sir.
you have to consider the carrier signal. The carrier signal C of t equal to. So don't think that the notation is only C of t. That is your wish. Here I want to assume that the carrier signal C of t equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT, right? So this is equation number 1. In this equation, what is AC?
Amplitude of carrier signal.
This is the amplitude of the carrier signal, and FC nothing but frequency of the carrier signal, right? Now, when you go for the amplitude modulation, in general, the amplitude modulated wave, or simply we can say the AM wave, the amplitude modulated wave as a function of time can be expressed as S of t equal to. Already I mentioned this equation also. So AC into 1 plus Ka m of t into cos 2 pi FCT, right? And in this equation, what is Ka? This is important parameter.
Amplitude sensitivity parameter.
So this is the amplitude sensitivity of this modulator, and this is the responsible for generation of modulated signal. So this is all the responsible for generation of modulated signal. Right. I think up to this completed in the previous class. Okay. Next, when you observe the equation number 2, that is so you assume that this is the equation number 2. So this one. So this is equation 2. In this equation, when you observe the parameters, once again I am repeating the parameters. AC nothing but carrier amplitude, and M of t nothing but message signal, FC nothing but carrier frequency, and Ka nothing but amplitude sensitivity parameter. So here, one more important point from that equation you have to observe, that is the envelope of the amplitude modulated signal. So here what I want to say is envelope of the AM wave is AC into 1 plus Ka m of t. So I will explain what is the meaning of envelope, why this is important. I will explain that, no problem. After completion of this topic, you will get the clarity about this meaning of envelope, right? So, but here remember that envelope of the amplitude modulated wave, or simply envelope of S of t is AC into 1 plus Ka m of t. Actually, the imaginary line on the modulated signal is nothing but an envelope. The shape of this envelope is one-to-one correspondence with the message signal. Because when you go for the detection or when you go for the demodulation, again you have to get the original signal. In order to get the original signal, one-to-one correspondence required between the envelope and message signal. So that much of importance is there when you go for the envelope. So AC into 1 plus K M of t is the envelope. So here I want to go for the two cases. In order to draw the modulated signal, I want to go for the two cases. Remember one thing, any modulation technique, first you have to define the time domain representation. Next you have to go for the graphical representation in time domain. Next frequency domain representation, and finally spectrum. Is it okay? So time domain, frequency domain representation, like mathematical equations. Next graphical representation in time domain and in frequency domain. Already we know that the frequency domain representation of a signal nothing but spectrum. So these four things you have to concentrate when you go for any topic, any modulation technique. So first, time domain representation, that is mathematical representation of the amplitude modulated signal is completed. AC 1 plus Ka M of t. Now I want to sketch the signal. I want to sketch this time domain representation. So time domain representation, sketch of carrier signal C of t and message signal M of t, and I want to sketch S of t also. Here S of t nothing but amplitude modulated signal. Suppose here I want to get SAM of t. So in order to sketch this SAM of t, already I told that Ka is the responsible for generation of amplitude modulated signal. So based upon the value of this Ka M of t, you will get the amplitude modulated signal. That's why here what I want to say is there are two cases. There are two cases. Case one is Ka into M of t is less than or equal to 1 for all values of t. This is very, very important. Try to follow this. Case 1, Ka M of t less than or equal to 1 for all values of t. See here, when you go for the envelope, already I told that. So AC into 1 plus Ka M of t, or you can take in terms of magnitude like this also, no problem. And here my case is Ka M of t value is less than or equal to 1. So Ka M of t less than or equal to 1. That means when you substitute this Ka into M of t value into this, then what happens? 1 plus something actually. So 1 plus Ka M of t, this value is less than or equal to 1. Maybe it may be either 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 or 0.5. It may be anything or equal to 1 also. Whatever it, when you substitute this value here, this value is less than or equal to 1. That means less than this value. So there is a chance of getting always a positive value. Is it true or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? So it is a non-negative value. Always there is a chance of getting the positive value. That means you can say that when you take mod Ka into M of t less than or equal to 1, the envelope 1 plus Ka M of t always a positive value. So it is always a non-negative. So this is first important point. You have to remember when you want to draw the time domain representation of AM wave graphically. Now coming to case 2. In second case, now I want to assume that so Ka M of t is greater than 1. So not equal, greater than 1. This is only for some values of t. For some values of t, there may be chance of Ka into M of t greater than 1 also. Now you have to observe what happens. So whenever Ka into M of t is greater than 1, then actually there is some problem when you take this Ka M of t greater than 1. What is the problem? You have to identify that. In order to identify that problem, you have to know one term here, that is percentage modulation. So there is a link actually between these two. Are we going to direct like this? Percentage modulation. So here this definition is also very, very important. Percentage modulation is nothing but whenever absolute value of Ka into M of t, that is mod. So absolute value of Ka M of t is multiplied by 100 is referred as percentage modulation. Is it there? So that means here one definition, percentage modulation. The definition of percentage modulation is when Ka into m of t, the absolute value of the Ka into m of t is multiplied by 100, then it is referred as percentage modulation. Clear about this? Respond, please.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All right. That is here point is when you multiply Ka m of t with 100, the resultant thing is known as the percentage modulation. Now coming to case 1, in case 1 what happens? Ka into m of t less than or equal to 1. It is less than or equal to 1. That means we can say that the percentage modulation is always less than or equal to 100%, right? When you go for the case 1. In case 1, Ka m of t less than or equal to 1. So when you multiply with 100, it is known as the percentage modulation. It is less than or equal to 1. So you can say that in case 1, always the percentage modulation is less than or equal to 100. But coming to case 2, here Ka m of t greater than 1. That means you can say that the percentage modulation in case 2 is exceeds 100. That is greater than 100%. Is it okay? So finally here what I want to say is, when you go for the case 1, that is Ka m of t less than or equal to 1, the percentage modulation is less than 100%. Remember all these things, very, very important. Ka m of t less than or equal to 1, percentage modulation is less than 100%. And a greater than 1, percentage modulation is greater than 100%. Now, in practicals, in most of the cases, the percentage modulation less than 100, less than or equal to 100%, nothing but this is nearly equal to 66.7%. With some practical values, you will get this value 66.7%. This is case 1. That is actually by taking some values for Ka. Okay, I will give the clarity when you go for the problems. But you remember one thing: less than 100%, nothing but most of the cases. That means most of the cases you will recover the original signal only whenever you maintain the percentage modulation is 66.7%. But coming to case 2, what happened is greater than 100%. At the time, there is a chance of getting the percentage modulation is 166.7%. You will get like this. So here finally, I want to draw the amplitude modulated signals based upon these two cases. Then you have to observe what happened, right? Then you will get the 100% clarity. So look at the waveforms here. But remember these two cases. One case is Ka m of t less than or equal to 1. Another case is Ka m of t greater than 1. Whenever Ka m of t less than or equal to 1, percentage modulation less than 100%. Equal to 1, nothing but equal to 100%. Greater than 1, nothing but greater than 100%. Now you have to observe what happens whenever you go for the percentage modulation less than 100% and greater than 100%. Right. So here graphical representation of this amplitude modulation process. First, I want to draw the m of t signal. First m of t, I want to the first m of t signal. What is m of t here? It is a
Message signal.
It is a message signal, right? X-axis always time axis and y-axis is amplitude axis. Now here I want to assume that m of t is a message signal. Now I want to take the signal like this. Maybe suppose this is a message signal. Don't think that always the message signal is like this only. The shape of the message signal you wish. You can take the message signal frequency is a single frequency also. In the previous class also I told that that is known as single tone modulation. But here I don't know the exact shape of the message signal. Just I want to assume the message signal like this. Don't fix the shape here, okay? Don't fix the shape of the message signal. Just I want to assume like that. This is the shape of the message signal. Or you can say that this is figure 1. It is a message signal. are also known as modulating signal. Okay. I told that for modulation, two signals are required: low frequency and high frequency signals, or message signal and carrier signal. Next, I want to go for the carrier signal C of t. So, what is my carrier signal? What is my carrier signal? C of t equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT, right? So, this is my carrier signal. What is the frequency for this? What is the frequency? Yes, respond please.
FC.
FC is the frequency. What is the amplitude? AC is the amplitude, right? So I want to go for the positive side and negative side. That is, suppose here positive side plus AC and this is minus AC. Frequency FC. That means you have only one frequency. Actually, I don't know about the frequency of the message signal. I don't know about the frequency of the message signal because I want to assume message signal is only M of t. I don't know the shape of the message signal also in this particular case. But my assumption is carrier signal is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT. So the carrier signal having the frequency FC, only one frequency, that is FC. So it is a cos 2 pi FCT. Try to maintain the same amplitude, right? Maintain the same amplitude. Same amplitude and same time period. Try to maintain the same amplitude here. Clear out, Rajan. So maintain the same amplitude. So this is my carrier signal. And already I told that you have to show the difference between the message signal and carrier signal. How can you show the difference between these two? By simply maintaining. Yes, please respond. Already explained that. How can you show the difference between the carrier and message signal? Simply by taking the less time period and more time period, right? Is it true or not? So modulated signal is always a low frequency signal and the carrier signal is high frequency signal. So high frequency signal is nothing but time period is very, very less. And low frequency nothing but time period is more. So meaning of that is, for example, if you take 2 seconds time period for the message signal, suppose like this, in these 2 seconds, when you go for the carrier signal, it is having like this, more number of cycles. Always remember that here the time amplitude is same. Okay, it's following or not? So this is my carrier signal. So this is my carrier signal. Now I want to draw the modulated signal. That is amplitude modulated signal S of t. This is very, very important. Now first I want to go for the cases Ka into M of t. So first I want to take the cases Ka M of t is less than 1 or less than or equal to 1 and less than 1 for all values of t. Again, this is y-axis and coming to x-axis, time axis. Right, modulation. So modulation, carrier signal and as well as the modulating signal. Now, suppose this is AC, carrier signal amplitude. This is minus AC. Right. Here I told that whenever Ka into M of t, listen carefully, Ka into M of t less than 1, then the envelope is a positive, right? Always envelope is a positive whenever mod Ka M of t less than 1. So look at the shape actually. I have considered the shape of the message signal is like this. So this is the shape of the message signal. Suppose like this. Right. This is the shape of the message signal. And imaginary line like this you have to draw. So carrier signal amplitude, according to definition, carrier signal amplitude is varied in accordance with the message signal. Just try to observe the definition. Carrier signal amplitude. Actually, when you look at the carrier signal, it is having the constant amplitude, same amplitude for all cycles. But according to definition of amplitude modulation, carrier signal amplitude changes according to the message signal amplitude. So that's why here I want to draw a imaginary line like this. This is the message signal. So carrier signal amplitude is varied in accordance with the message signal amplitude like this. Now here the amplitude is not same. That is changes according to message signal amplitude. Following or not? Is it clear now? Actually, this imaginary line is nothing but envelope. Actually, this is known as envelope. Actually, this is known as envelope. So imaginary line actually. So actually, there is no line available like this, but just to draw the modulated signal, I want to draw the imaginary line like this. So finally, what I want to say is this is the case when you go for the K m of t less than or equal to 1. So here the percentage modulation is less than 100%. Okay. See what happens here. Actually, this is the carrier signal amplitude. This is the amplitude carrier signal amplitude. But what happens here? The amplitude of the carrier signal changes according to the how it changes according to the message signal amplitude. Where is the message signal actually? So this dotted line indicates this is the message signal. That's why I want to say that this envelope is equal to the shape of the message signal. Now, according to that, the message signal is amplitude. The carrier signal amplitude is changes. Right. Next, I want to go for another case, that is Ka m of t is greater than 1. Here I told that the percentage modulation is exceeds 100%. So there is a chance of getting 166.7% like that. So in that case, again here plus AC and this is minus AC. Here carrier signal, here also carrier signal amplitude is changes according to the message signal. But what happened means, just observe here. So this is the case for mod K m of t. So this is S of t and this is t. K m of t greater than 1. So the amplitude modulated signal is like this. It changes like this. Try to observe this. This is very, very important point. What happens here? See here, like this. Again, the signal is like this. Right. So just observe here. Here, what happens is this envelope is crosses the zero axis. This envelope is crosses zero axis when you go for the K m of t value is greater than 1. That is whenever the modulation index is greater than 100%, the envelope of the this modulated signal is crosses 0. Whenever it crosses 0, there is some phase reversal. So this is known as the phase reversal. So this is known as phase reversal. So here you can say that whenever Ka m of t value is greater than 1, at that time this modulated signal suffers from some problem. That problem is known as envelope distortion. The problem is known as envelope distortion. That means we can say that whenever modulation index is greater than 100%, there is some distortion for this amplitude modulated wave, that is known as envelope distortion. And this arises only whenever K m of t greater than 1. This arises whenever there is some phase reversal. The phase reversal is possible whenever this envelope is crosses zero line. You can say like this. Okay. So finally, what I want to say is whenever this envelope is crosses zero line, there is some phase reversal. Because of the phase reversal, there is some distortion, that is known as the envelope distortion. So whenever modulation index is greater than 100%, again the modulated wave suffers from some distortion, that is known as envelope distortion. So simply we can say that this envelope distortion can be avoided when you maintain the modulation index is less than 100%. That means when you maintain the absolute value of Ka m of t is less than 1 or less than or equal to 1, at that time there is no envelope distortion. So in order to recover, so what happened means, okay, here so one point you have to know what happened whenever there is some envelope distortion. So what happened is, just I will explain that. For example, after coming to receiver side, finally you have to decode, finally you have to demodulate the signal. So finally you have to get the original information. So in order to get the original information, whenever the signal is like this, the signal is like this. Actually, this is the original signal, message signal. This is the message signal, and this is the modulated signal. When you demodulate this, there is a one-to-one correspondence. When you observe this is the message signal, and this is the envelope of the modulated signal. There is some one-to-one correspondence between these two. So when you demodulate this, you will get the exact information. But when you go for the phase reversal, the signal is like this. The signal is like this. That means what happens at this point? Okay, no problem. This value equal to this value, and at this point also no problem. At this point also no problem. But coming to at phase reversal point, what happens? Here the point is equal to 0 actually, but here the value not equal to 0. And at this time, see, at this point what happens? It is having positive amplitude and as well as negative amplitude. That means here what I want to say is, when you go for the demodulation, it is not possible to recover the exact signal. It's not possible to recover it's not possible to reconstruct the original signal when you go for the demodulation. If there is a phase reversal, if there is a over modulation, so greater than 100% modulation is known as the over modulation concept, and less than 100% nothing but under modulation, and equal to 100% nothing but critical modulation. This is over modulation and under modulation, and this is critical modulation. That means whenever there is a under modulation and the critical modulation, it is possible to reconstruct the original signal. But whenever the over modulation, it's not possible to recover the original signal because of phase reversal, because of envelope distortion. This is very, very important concept actually. So now here my question is, why there is a envelope distortion? That is because of phase reversal. Why there is a phase reversal? So whenever the absolute value of the Ka into m of t is greater than 1, then the envelope is crosses 0. Whenever the envelope is crosses 0 axis, then there is some phase reversal. Because of the phase reversal, the amplitude modulated wave suffers from some distortion that is known as envelope distortion. So to avoid that envelope distortion, you have to maintain the modulation index is less than or equal to 100%. And one more point you have to maintain in order to recover the original signal, that is carrier frequency FC is greater than message signal highest frequency component. Suppose here I want to assume that highest frequency component of the message signal is FM. Highest frequency component of the message signal is FM. So in order to avoid this envelope distortion, you have to maintain the modulation index is, that is 1 plus Ka m of t, Ka into m of t value less than 0. That is 1 plus Ka m of t always positive, and the carrier frequency should be greater than maximum frequency component present in the message signal. These two conditions you have to maintain in order to avoid the envelope distortion. So finally, so these are the graphical representations of amplitude modulated wave. Is it clear, all of you? Is there any doubts?